Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put
Yo! What's going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a brand new video. We're going to do something a little different today. Something I usually don't cover. I usually do football. Today we're going to do MMA. UFC 246, 10 p.m. Saturday. The main event's what I'm going to be covering. Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone. McGregor comes into the fight with a record of 21-4. Cerrone 36-13. Probably, it's an interesting matchup because they're like polar opposites. McGregor is probably the least active fighter on the roster. Most popular, but least active. So, then you have Cowboy Cerrone, by far the most active fighter. He's got the most wins, most finishes. I mean, he gets fight bonuses all the time for, best knockout, best submission, fight of the night, that sort of thing. I think he said he had $5 million in fight bonuses alone, something like that, something crazy on one of the interviews I was watching. He lives on a big ranch, very likable guy, drinks his Budweiser, dips his snuff, is a big family guy, redneck. I like him. With that being said, McGregor is probably my favorite fighter because of the way he talks, the way he sells fights. He's an entertainer, and he's the best at it. All right, so let's jump into this a little bit. Cowboy claims through an interview that he was going to stand up and bang with McGregor, give the fans what they want, per se. That is what everybody wants. So, Cowboy, please stay true to your word. If that happens, I don't like Cowboy's chances simply because Cowboy is notorious for starting slow. McGregor is known for starting fast. If he can get out of that second round, I believe he's got a very good chance of beating McGregor. McGregor's been known to gas. But Conor claims he's in the best shape of his life and has rededicated his career. We'll see how true that is. He said that before, and we've seen what happened with him and Khabib. He gassed out, and Khabib caught him, and then he choked him out or got him in a neck crank, something like that. Okay, so for me, this fight means way more to Conor. That's just my opinion. I think Conor's got more to lose. Nobody's expecting Cowboy to win this fight. Well, there are some, but Conor's a heavy favorite in Vegas. If Conor wins, I look for him to call out. Jorge Masvidal would be my number one pick, probably who he's going to call out or who he'll fight next. If he fights again after Jorge Masvidal, if he wins that fight, I look for him to maybe challenge the winner of the Khabib and Tony Ferguson fight, which that's going to be a fight. I'll probably do a breakdown of that also. That's going to be a good one. Or maybe even the trilogy with Diaz. That's something that's interesting to me. I think that's a score that's going to get settled for us all said and done. Diaz, as y'all know, lost the other weekend to Jorge Masvidal. He got cut real bad. Nate was just getting started. It was like the third round. Nate's a slow starter as well. He starts getting going once he gets punched a couple times. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. I also wouldn't be surprised for him to try to stay at welterweight if he wins. I know he's infatuated with winning titles, so maybe that's something he could... if he calls out somebody, that fight's going to happen. Conor's going to get what he wants because Conor's the big seal in the UFC. Maybe Colby Covington, maybe Usman for the title. I don't know. We'll see if he's able to beat Cowboy at 170 and then maybe Masvidal, maybe he can get to that title. I think both of those matchups, Colby Covington and Usman, are bad matchups for Conor just because Colby is going to put that pace on you, son. He's got a good chin. We seen him get his jaw broke. He didn't get knocked out. He got his jaw broke in that Usman fight. He did get TKO'd at the end. I think it might have been an early stoppage. That's my opinion. Usman is going to keep the pressure on you as well, and he hits hard. I think those are both bad matchups for Conor. I think he'd probably lose both of those fights. Okay. So if he does lose to Cowboy, I think he might go the boxing route again, in my opinion. I've seen him on Twitter have some activities with some, professional boxers, and I know that's something that interests him. He wants to be a world champion boxer, and I'm never going to doubt the guy just because I have before, and he's proved me wrong just about every time. The Diaz trilogy would also be another interesting fight. Both of them coming off losses. Whoever would win that third fight could propel their career, maybe save their career. Another fight that would interest me if he loses is maybe him dropping back down to 55, trying to get that Khabib rematch. But, of course, coming off a loss, he probably wouldn't get it immediately. He'd probably have to fight somebody like Justin Gaethje, who that's an interesting matchup. I think that'd be a great fight. Maybe even a rematch with Dustin Poirier. That'd be an interesting fight as well. All that being said, this is going to be a great fight. I encourage you guys to order this now before you forget. It's going to be one for the ages. If they stand up and bang, I think it's going to get real interesting. It should be fun. Conor looks like he's in phenomenal shape. So does Cowboy. So anyway, he's fighting somebody that's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in the UFC. No doubt about it. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. This is going to be one for the ages. With that being said, I do have a highlight tape for each one of them. So we're going to watch their best knockouts, their best finishes, and we're going to react to it. I'm sure we're going to see some of those straight lefts from Conor. With Cerrone, we're going to see some head kicks and probably some submissions because he's well versed. But anyway, we're going to jump right into that.
Here with my mind clear, never look rear, only up.
Conor McGregor is known for his trash talk, but especially for his knockouts. What makes him such a popular fighter among fans is his ability to back up the trash talk and finish his opponents.
Most of the
Putting on
time.
some of the best knockouts in UFC history.
That Jose Aldo
McGregor's
knockout might be
face-off against
my all-time
Khabib in
favorite.
what will easily be the biggest test to date, and with the notorious one predicting a
Okay, so
first-round
this
KO,
is
here's a look back at Conor
this is
McGregor's
before
top 5
the
knockouts.
Khabib fight. Okay, there's probably gonna be some Cage Warrior
Connor's
stuff on
fight
there.
with lightweight Ivan Butchinger took place on December 31st.
He was a
2012
two-way world
in the
champion at Cage
promotion.
Warriors as well.
The
God,
fight
he looks
featured the
weird, don't he?
lightweight
No tats.
championship, giving McGregor the opportunity to become the first fighter to hold 2 belts in the promotion simultaneously.
Back when he was broke.
Conor made good on that opportunity by
Oh,
stretching Ivan 3 minutes of the first round with a huge.
He's a
left
great
hook,
counterpuncher.
claiming the Cage Warriors.
His
lightweight
mentality
title.
is take one to give one. I don't know how good that's gonna work out with some bigger opponents. We'll see.
It would mark Conor's last
He looks
fight
so
in the
little
Cage
right there. He's like, I think
Warriors
this is his 55. I think he's at 55
simultaneously
here.
making history as the first fighter to hold 2 titles in the Cage Warrior promotion.
Okay, yeah, so that would have been him winning the 55 title. Because he won the featherweight first, which is 45. Marcus Brimage. Okay,
Conor
this
came
was a
onto
good
the
one.
UFC's radar after defeating Ivan Butchinger in devastating fashion. McGregor would move up to the big leagues.
God, he
making
looks
his UFC
terrible.
debut in April of
Weight cutting
2013.
is so weird. These guys look so bad.
Against UFC
Just back then it was probably they weighed in the day before.
Despite this being his first fight in the UFC,
They still weigh in the day before, but earlier in the day now, they used to weigh in at night.
Seconds, making an impressive and memorable UFC debut.
Okay, that was his UFC debut. Uppercuts, I mean, he hits you from all angles. He's good with angles and he's good with timing. And for whatever reason, that left hand is magic. He touches people and they go to sleep. I don't know what it is. He's hilarious, dude. I love Conor McGregor. I like the old hungry Conor McGregor. I think he may be hungry
was
again.
originally scheduled for Aldo to face
Jose
McGregor
backed
for the
out like a
featherweight
hoe.
belt. But due to rib injury, Aldo would end up pulling out. With #1 featherweight contender Chad Mendes coming in as the last minute.
Chad Mendes recently retired. He was a bad mother effer too, dude.
An experienced wrestler. With Conor being
I'm not
primarily
interested in their
a
commentary. I'm
stand-up,
giving my
it's left
commentary.
many questioning how Conor would fare against the former NCAA.
Chad beat him up that first round.
Like many of McGregor's
But he
fights,
gassed.
there was no shortage of trash talk between him and his opponent.
I mean, he was like 2 weeks out when he took the fight.
5'4" at least. 3 inches taller than me, buddy. You should stand up because we can barely see you on the screen.
Conor, you know what wrestling here?
I can rest my nuts on your forehead.
My bells on your forehead.
Yeah, I remember that. That's hilarious.
During the fight, Chad would show some success with his wrestling.
He did. He cut him, too.
Advantage of Conor's
Cut him on
inexperienced
the right
ground game
eye.
and landing elbows from the top position.
Yeah, that's the one that cut him.
Slashing elbow by Mendes.
Chad was a bad dude. Got popped for
Weathered the
PEDs,
storm,
though.
getting back to his feet and
Kinda
wearing
tanks
Chad
his
down
career,
with
in my
several body
opinion.
shots.
I'm still a Mendes fan, though. I'll watch all Mendes' fights.
The knockout
Just starts
finished
tagging
in the
him.
second round, with seconds left on the clock. Conor landed his signature left hook to send Chad
Oh,
down.
God.
Finishing
Clean.
with a few follow-up shots to become the interim featherweight champion.
Number one's probably going to be the Aldo fight. Man, 13 seconds. Yeah, oh,
Conor
it's not
McGregor
number
versus
one.
Jose Aldo was said to be the
Okay.
biggest featherweight bout in UFC history. The fight was originally scheduled to go down at UFC 189, with the two promoting their fight on a world tour. Unfortunately, a rib injury would force Aldo out, with Conor taking on last-minute replacement Chad Mendes.
just went over this. Why are you guys doing this again?
Conor
Come
finished
on.
Chad inside of 2 rounds, going on to
We
win the
literally
interim
just
title,
watched
being
it.
rescheduled to fight Aldo at UFC 194 in December. Jose Aldo was undefeated in the UFC at
For
the
what, a
time,
decade? Who
and
cares?
had lost in over a decade.
Doesn't matter.
There was
You're
no
fighting
shortage
McGregor,
of bad
buddy.
blood
He's
between the
different.
two,
He hits
as
different.
Conor unleashed an onslaught of insults on Aldo during the build-up to the fight.
Look into my eyes, little man. Little Brazilian. Ooh, got more hands. Let's go a little bit closer. Don't get closer. Let's go closer.
Conor's probably the best at mental warfare in the game. Colby Covington's pretty good too. That's why I like him.
The mental warfare clearly worked in Conor's favor, and it appeared the pressure was getting to Aldo.
You can see when Aldo came out, you'll see here, he comes out and he's super aggressive. You can tell he's emotional.
Stepping
And
into
that's
the cage,
the last thing you want to be going
tense
into
and
the
anxious.
cage.
The fight would be a short one for Aldo, with McGregor knocking out Aldo in
God.
13 seconds.
Jose Aldo Jr. Conor, relax.
You can see how freaking hard he's trying to hit him. He just gets swept. Conor ate a left though.
Ending Aldo's massive winning streak and
No idea what
the
happened.
fastest title fight finish in UFC history.
Eddie Alvarez was
2016
matchup nightmare.
Challenging lightweight
He was in
champion Eddie
Waver's
Alvarez
Hill.
for the title, with the goal to become the first ever
I don't know how this
two-weight
man got
world
champion anyway, to be honest with you. I think he
It was
beat Rafael Dos
controversial
Anjos.
with the UFC.
I don't know how he did it. I know Rafael Dos
He
Anjos,
had never fought at lightweight before.
towards the end of his career at lightweight, started having weight cutting issues.
After a long time MMA
And it
ban was
just
finally lifted from the state of New York.
He looked a lot better at 170 here
The fight followed
recently.
a similar recipe like many other Conor McGregor fights. Plenty of trash talk, explosive moments, and mental warfare.
It's not what I came here for. I didn't come here to see the talk.
What you gonna do? You gonna do something over there? Be careful. Shut your fucking mouth.
Shot.
Round you're gonna
You ain't got a shot. Your coach knows you ain't got a shot. And anybody who knows anything about fighting
You and your
knows you
coach.
ain't.
Like many of Conor's opponents,
Dana White
this
trips
was
me
more
out,
than he
yo.
entered the octagon on
This
fight
was,
night.
he got absolutely
Although McGregor was
mauled.
only the slight favorite, he showed a massive gap between their skills, dominating the fight and
Destroyed him. I watched this one.
Conor would drop him several times.
I've watched every McGregor fight,
in the
though.
second with an incredible four-punch
Ever.
combination.
Since the Aldo fight on, Mendez fight on actually. Alvarez wanted no parts. He was
If you guys
literally
enjoyed the video, let me know by leaving
had
a like
a loss for words in the
Thanks so much for
post-fight press
watching, guys, and I'll
conference.
see you on the next video.
Anyway, okay, so that's Conor McGregor's highlight. Did I enjoy the video? It was okay. I mean, it wasn't that good. Anyway, so I've seen all those before, so it's not really a reaction per se, but more of a breakdown. So now we'll jump straight into Cowboy's video, see what he's talking about. Just turn on the volume because it's way too loud. All right.
And again, he faked the punch and goes with that outside leg kick. Under 30 seconds.
Cerrone's known for his kicks.
First round. And that kick will take.
Oh,
That's it.
shit.
It's over. Head kick knockout. Beautiful.
Cerrone is, I think, on his way out of this game, though. I think a loss to McGregor may go in and call it quits. Probably getting a big payday to fight McGregor.
And look at this. He's out cold.
I think he'll be a good trainer. He's got a gym out at his ranch in Colorado, so he'll probably just train people if he loses.
It doesn't
He
get
may
any
fight
cleaner
again.
than that. It
He
doesn't
loves
get
the
any better.
fighting game, that's for sure. Right upside his
Lights go
fucking
out
head.
right away.
Oh,
This is perfect.
shit.
And Donald set that up brilliantly. He didn't throw any of those before that one. Threw a lot of the outside leg kicks. Threw some shots to the body. Threw some front kicks to the body.
That was nice.
Actually, Big John touched him, and he didn't throw that punch.
Cerrone trying to split that guard of Miller.
Jim Miller, maybe?
Miller's landed a couple of those inside leg kicks.
Dude, he's got nasty head kicks, bro. I like those trunks.
Unbelievable.
How about Donald Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen?
Boom, he set it up. He faked a punch, then went high. Look at the right hand.
Fun while
causes
it lasted
Jim
on,
to try
Miller.
and block the right hand punch and leaves the head open. And Donald just wraps his right leg right around
Don't
the
wanna
head.
get
and
caught
Jim
one of those.
Miller
That's not gonna feel
just
too good.
vicious.
Armbar.
Like I said, he's got a good ground game.
Cerrone now trying to lock up the arm.
I'm not so sure if I believe him that he's not going to take down Conor.
That's it.
What was that? That's
That's
Mike Perry. Platinum Matt Perry. He's a bad dude.
Mike Perry was doing a good job, but I said you're not safe here. You stay in Cerrone's guard. He's going to throw up an armbar or a triangle. Even if you pick him up, he had already had it latched on. Perry did everything he could to try to fight out. Where's the tap? Did he verbally tap? It's hard to tell. He didn't argue with
Oh, yeah, he
anything.
tapped right there.
No, he
You
tapped
can
right
see
there.
his- you can see his
Taps
headline
right there on
of
the
it.
far side.
Yeah, you'll be able to see her right
Look
here.
at it from a different angle. Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. Right on the butt. Tapped right on Cowboy.
The all-time leader in wins. The all-time leader in finishes. You're looking at him.
You gotta love Cowboy, man. Cowboy's a bad dude.
Cerrone is
Trevor Story, not
great at
Trevor Story, he's the best
170.
uploader.
I'm a big fan of him at this weight. He looks physically better. I just think he has
This must be at
energy.
70.
I just think he was depleting himself far too much to get down to that 155-pound weight class.
Oh,
God. Story's in big trouble.
time. Cowboy looking for the finish.
Beautiful.
And it's all over.
Sensational.
most fighters, as they get older, it becomes harder to make that weight cut, especially if you're making a big one like Cowboy.
He just passed with an A+. Take a look at this here. The jab, ducks under to the body, to the
Oh,
head.
right on the ear.
Flowed right into that high kick. I mean,
Buddy,
beautiful
you ate some hard stuff right here, buddy.
Absolutely crisp and accurate.
It would take a lot of money for me to get in the cage with these guys, I can tell you
Look at
that.
this.
One, I'm out of shape,
To the body, the head,
so I need
and
probably
the
2 years to get in shape, and I'm going to need a lot of money to be taking damage like that. Some people aren't the same after they get beat up like that.
And then boom to the head.
But it was all ripped up, too.
Ridiculously accurate. Oh, good right hand by Cowboy. Stunned him. This is back and forth. There's a good left hook by Brown and then a good right hand by Cowboy.
Oh, my!
Goodness! It's all over!
Like I said, if Conor gets caught with one of those,
Let's take a look at it
I don't see him
here.
surviving it.
Here's the switch. Corral. Perfect. Out cold. The first time
I've watched a couple of Cerrone's fights. I think I watched him fight maybe Cole Swanson.
Boom. Perfect. Right on the jaw.
Seen him fight a couple times. He's impressive.
And
Dude's tough, too.
McCarthy mercifully rescues
Right on the
him.
chin, man. That's night. No doubt about that. Yeah! Had to sit up for that one.
Doesn't
Get your little ugly ass, boy. Wait. Clinton? Wow. I remember when he fought Khabib. Anyway, it's not what we're here for. So, you guys have my prediction. I think Conor probably is going to get out of there in 2 rounds. If it goes past 2 rounds, Cowboys got a definite advantage there, I believe. McGregor said in the interview I watched last night at work that he wants to get in there and get some rounds in, try to get that, knock that ring rust off. If he has ring rust the first 2 rounds, Cowboys' chances, I'm telling you, go way up after the 2nd round. That's my opinion. So there's the breakdown for me. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to leave a link for my merch in the description, a link for that Mailbox Smashers podcast in my description. Y'all go check both of them out. You won't regret it. Thank y'all. Have a good day. I'm fitting to go to sleep. I'll see y'all tomorrow.